we've got the Butcher's Blood, it's called, and it looks like we're gonna get an orchestrion roll. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust myself. It says Arnvald is grinning at Alphinaud's discomfort. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lise should be the first. Seconded, there is to be a meeting of representatives from all across Alamigo, so she's sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? I love the fact that we're all picking on Alphinaud. I mean, he's too cute not to pick on. Dude, there's this one YouTuber I watch, she absolutely hates Alphinaud though. I mean, okay, I'll admit I was not a big fan of Alphinaud when I first met him. Because when you first meet him, he's pretty much a spoiled brat. I mean, he had some good qualities, but they were heavily outweighed by a lot of the bad qualities that he had about him. Alright, let's talk to Lise. Voice acting, please. No voice acting? Nope. Oh! You three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm sure you're going to like the answer. You're joking! The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people. But they didn't have Kadu and Alphinaud in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it, I vote that it goes towards alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, if there's as many as you say, or if there's as much as you say, I should get. Arnvald did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I will make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphinaud. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gold won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphinaud. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. My little man. Commander, we've got a problem. What? Deep breaths, tell me what's happened. A mob's gathered outside headquarters, and they've started making demands. You'd best come and see for yourself. Oh no. Man, remember when everything was getting like happy and we're all, you know, celebrating and we're all doing good stuff? I think this is what we saw in the trailer though. Yeah, it's what we saw in the trailer. It wasn't raining when that happened, but...
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
Oh, Fordola.
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on?
They want to kill Fordola?
Someone let slip about Fordola.
Ah, someone.
It's true then. The bitch really is in there.
Hey now.
I knew it. I bloody knew it. We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
This is not good.
Come on, you don't mean that. We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down.
Look at Albino and Arnvald. They're ready for anything.
That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Ah, jeez.
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
Shut up, you don't know anything.
So that's what all the fuss is about.
Rabban.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
Who do you think it is, dumbass?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction
I'm
if
at a loss
we give
for
in
words
to
with
our
him, though.
base
He's
appetites.
really...
We will never know the truth.
He's in his element.
Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried?
It adds that it's raining.
I say to
It
you,
adds to the mood,
it is our
the atmosphere.
responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I think that answers our question about whether or not Rabban's gonna be leaving.
I know you're right, I do. But I can't.
Tattooed troublemaker. Okay, so he might have a part to play later, maybe? Or not. Well, that was a crisis averted. Sorry, I'm gonna close my blind. Whew. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk to Lise, but I want to talk to everybody else first. Perdola and her skulls may have aspired to be Imperial citizens, but they were born Alamigan. To their countrymen, they are traitors of the worst kind. The Butcher has much to answer for, but to simply drag her out of her cell and slaughter her in the street, General Alden is right. Uh-oh. Okay. After 20 years of Imperial rule, it's no surprise that people should seek a target for their pent-up rage and anger. Or, rage and grief. I only wish I knew the solution. Thank the gods General Alden arrived when he did. Any later, we would have had a riot on our hands. Alright, well, it's starting to get slow on my part for some reason. Please let there be voice acting. I don't wanna read anymore. Nope, never mind. My thanks, Rabban. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. 'Tis a difficult time to tide to stem. 'Twas the same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war's over. All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We've reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. And maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to just give up before I've even begun. Who are the representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugees leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's futures on our own. So we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Nanta and the Kikurn? I don't know how to say that, to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Nago, I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodoric or Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I allow to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past. A moment of it, anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some way she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born. And that's something I can understand. Alright. Speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Fordola. This should prove interesting. If you will have me. I made a Facebook post about this because someone had shared a picture of this. But this is the way that he says it. If you will have me. Oh my god. My perverted brain goes to other places. If you will have me, I have a mind to attend this interview as well. Yeah, sure. I've no great wish to save Fordola, even if I could. But there's more to her than meets the eye, I'm sure of it. Speak with the guard and we'll all go in together. I think it's best if I stay outside and keep watch for troublemakers. After what that woman did to Mefrid and Commander Kemp, I'd struggle not to throttle her. If the commander's permission to enter, then yes, I do. Alright, let's get through this cutscene. No reading, please. I don't want to have to read. I don't think there's reading. I think there's voice acting. You can just look at the trailer and know that there's probably voice acting. I'm glad we get more of Arnwald though. I actually liked him when we first started Stormblood.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
Aren't you just a ray of sunshine?
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want.
I'm starting to like
come this
Arnwald.
far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fedora. I see you for what you are.
Oh, here we go. This echo can be annoying sometimes. I wanted to kind of see Arnwald keep ripping into Fordola, but hopefully there's voice acting here too, because I don't want to read anymore. Oh, she's so cute!
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right!
She was a cute little girl. It makes me wonder what happened.
Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
She's got the same tattoo as her dad, I guess. Oh no, something's gonna happen.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who gladly betray her kith and kin
Don't
to
call
gnaw
her
on
that.
what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Oh my gosh.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Oh shit. This does not look good. What?
Fedora! Traitors!
something! My husband and daughter are in danger!
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of arms.
We're citizens! We have rights!
Ah!
This is terrible, guys.
I'm scared.
It's all right.
Damn.
It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors!
I still don't agree with all of it, but I mean, still,
Traitors!
this is terrible. What? Right in front of her! Dude!
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
At least the soldier seems like he has sympathy. Not the other one, but the one that was gonna step in and do something.
Vidala, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us?
I mean, I can kind of...
Citizenship
I
means
kind of
nothing
understand,
to them. If you're not a pure-blood
but
guardian,
I still
you're
do
no
not
different
agree.
from any other
I
savage.
still don't agree with it, like...
So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time.
Oh... Those are...
It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Those are her men. Or... Oh, one of them was a woman. Huh. Well then. I still don't agree with it. I understand, can relate to some different things, but I don't fully agree. Of course, Alphinaud is the first one to notice that we had an echo vision.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Is that what she's doing?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Yeah,
Been
that's
in my
right.
head,
We
have
saw
you?
it too. Oops.
Had a little peek at my past.
Yep. Guilty as charged.
And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they?
Yeah, they
Don't
told me
you
a decent
dare
amount.
patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led. bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Oh, shit. Are we getting another vision? Oh, she's seeing what I went through! Oh! Dude! That was crazy!
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Yeah, so don't go spouting on shit about how you're...
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Okay, I think we're gonna have to answer a very... We're gonna have to answer, aren't we? You know why you saw? For those I have lost, for those I can yet save, because I choose to. I kind of like this one, because it's kind of the tone that I go for, so... For those I have lost, and for those I can yet save. Easy enough, simply said.
Damn you. Damn you all.
Was that not the right answer? I mean, that's the best answer I ever give. So.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Yeah. Just leave her all by her lonesome. Arnvald? Okay. Ooh, this girl. This girl. This girl. Oh, she's gonna drive me insane. Alright, so we finished that. Alright, so let's continue onward. He does not look too amused. Let's go ahead and see what Arnvald has to say. Sorry about that. I let my emotions get the better of me. It's just that she and I are of an age, and we're neither of us one thing or another. I can't help but feel like she's my problem to solve. I ship them. The capacity to experience such visions of the past had always seemed to be the most desirable talent. To me, okay, let me try to reread that. The capacity to experience such visions of the past have always seemed to me to be a most desirable talent, but I see now that it is as much a burden as a blessing. I love that Alphanel, like, actually has some awareness, the fact that, like, it's not just a blessing, it's a curse with the echo. Echoes of an echo. Lisa's lost in thought. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and I've found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Karu, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, since the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation, there's There's a chance they might know some answers for us. They might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overlooking the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? It was crazy to see the, like, through her eyes, all of the things that we had gone through, like, as the, like, your character has gone through, you know? Because your character goes through a shit ton, or I should just be saying Kaoru. Kaoru has gone through a lot. Like, a lot. She's lost friends, she's had to endure pain, she's had to, you know, choose between, you know, what she thinks is right and, you know, what everybody else thinks is right, or, you know, just a ton of different crazy things. Whoops, walked a little bit past ya. General Alden is inside. Will you be joining him? Yep. Hopefully there's no reading, because I'm fed up with reading. But I already know there's probably gonna be some reading, so this is gonna suck. What? Are you... Okay. That kind of scared me though, the guy running past us. Sorry, I was checking my phone for a sec. Yeah, this place doesn't hold the best memories. Oh, he's running back and forth, I see. Oh, he literally just disappeared. Is he gonna run back? Yes? No? Yes? No? No. Okay. Arnvald is over here. Where is Alphanel? Oh, Alphanel is all the way over here. Okay. Seeing this facility, I'm reminded of what they did to Kryl. Ah! My freaking phone is going off like crazy. Okay. What does Arnvald have to say? They should burn this place to the ground and be done with it. He doesn't really like this place. Oh, there's the guy in the background! Come on, let's talk to Raban. What news? You spoke with Ferdola, I take it. Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions more constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the science expert assistance if they had time to lend a hand. Alright, so gather information at the resonatorium. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible ether extractions. Such a miserable way to die. Aww. Dude, that's terrible. And they won't let you see it, of course. Dude, there's even more over here? What the? Oh my god, this entire place is littered with them. Okay, I shouldn't say littered, but, like, they're everywhere. Dude. Magitech pod? he have anything else to say? For a race with no innate capacity to manipulate ether, the Guardians have conducted some exceedingly elaborate etheric experiments. Oh yeah, they're obsessed with having the best, I suppose. These bastards would fiddle. These bastards would fiddle with a man's very soul if it served their purpose. Nothing is scared to them. Nothing. Sacred. Not scared. Sacred. There's a lot of things scared of them. But yeah, there's a lot of bodies around. This is, like, terrible. When I interacted with this thing, the engineer looked over at me. The vice in which Kryle was held seems even more ominous now. Now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subject, while this one bears the label master subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant, save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior was fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. So let's go report to Raban. Voice acting, please. No voice acting? God damn it. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated, Karu. Shall we start with you? Yeah, it looks like they were extracting ether, and Kryle's pod was different. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryle and Thancred, I do believe I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kryle, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryle's echo. I believe so. Which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryle is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and families to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door night and day. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Azel was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvalger's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn of all we can for these godforsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Gosh, I can't imagine though, having to live with that guilt that whole time. I mean, she kind of deserves it, but I don't wish anything like that upon anybody. I've never known why I was given the Echo, but this makes me want to put it to good use. The forcible extraction of ether living from a... Okay. The forcible extraction of ether from a living subject is invariably fatal. How many died that Fordula might gain her new abilities? I don't even want to think about it. Oh no, it's too sad to think about. Voice acting, please. The rain kind of sets the tone though. I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Raban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I will still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it is his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face, to continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of their birth. Yeah, it's definitely something to think about. Kadu, a moment? I am newly returned from Ul'dah, and a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. So, Nanama wants to see us. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphinaud. But not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Kadu. She basically just told me to ignore Alphinaud. In case you're wondering, I'm not planning on staying in Alamigo. Too many bad memories, and besides, I like my new life. He's a dedicated scion. I know I could learn so much from Raban if he decided to stay, but it is his choice, and I'm not about to try and persuade him. Ul'dah needs him too. Alright.